What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another weekly vlog. Just updating you on the day in the life of Cody Fairweather, me. I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur. I'll be 23 in a few months, and I'm just kind of showing you my path. I'm not rich yet, but for affirmation purposes, I am rich, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy. And I just want to document my experience week by week, what I'm going through, what's happening. I try to keep you guys updated on what's going on with me and with business, so on and so forth. All right, so if you want to support me, you want to follow along the journey, make sure you like this video and subscribe so that you can see all the upcoming videos. And the likes really do support my channel a lot. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. The faster and more likes a YouTuber gets is the better it is for SEO, and the more engaged you are in the video and the longer watch time, YouTube will show my video to more people, right? The engagement part is more so on me, but if you guys could like this video, that would help out a lot. So let's get into it. What has happened this week, right? What is today's date? Today's date is August motherfucking 10th, right? So it's August 10th. And this week has been pretty eventful. I had a friend who's also my client. Like, I'm helping her get all her business together and launch everything she needs to launch. So she's starting up a business. So I met up with her this week and started looking for different places to find suppliers for her business. So we were going around talking to suppliers and trying to make connections, just so that we could find out, where can we get the best price, right? Because we've already looked online and we found some great prices online, but it's also great to go directly to your competition. Sometimes who you think is your competition may actually be a great connect, right? They may actually be a supplier. So some businesses will have a retail section where they sell direct to consumer, and they might also have a wholesale section where they sell to companies. And some businesses are strictly retail, some are strictly wholesale, right? But sometimes you find that mix, and you never know what you're gonna find until you try to find. So you gotta look for what you're looking for if you wanna find it, right? So we're able to collect prices from different suppliers online and offline and get the process of ordering samples rolling. So that's been pretty fun. A little tiring because it's summer and it's hot outside and we're driving back and forth, but the experience is super fun. It's grassroots stages. I love it. I eat that up. Did that this week. Tried some new vegan food in Atlanta. I think it's called So Vegan Grill. It has all this vegan soul food, and like most of it tastes really good. The chocolate cake was really good. The strawberry ginger lemonade, oh my god, that was so good. The what else did we get from there? The candied yams, the fried chicken, right? What did we get, man? What did we get? The grits, oh my god, it was just great, amazing, right? So if you don't know, I've been trying my best to be vegan all of 2020. I fail on that a lot, like pretty frequently. Like, I'll eat meat probably at least 3 times a month just because I suck. So, but no, like, I do pretty good most days. But that was like really different, and I really love that a lot. So that happened this week. And you know what? I should start like recording these moments for these vlogs, because I kind of like live my life and then come back to the camera to tell you guys about it. But if I like get more into the consciousness of recording these moments, you guys would probably love it, huh? Wow, yeah. So definitely gonna keep that more on my mind. Also, if you're watching, like last week, I had gotten my first crystal, right? Numite. It's a 3 billion year old rock. And in terms of metaphysical properties, it's supposed to be grounding and, very powerful, one of the most powerful stones in like just purifying and purging and grounding. Consciously, I didn't know I needed it for that purpose. I was just super attracted to it, so I had to get it. And then and I wasn't into crystals before, right? And if you watch my last video, I'll link it up here in one of these little cards so you can click on it and watch it. But Then this week I also ended up getting this, which is an amethyst tower, right? And this just looks really cool to me online. And then I kind of read up on what it's supposed to be for. I'm not fully versed in it, but I think it's supposed to. I know amethyst is for like creativity, your third eye, peacefulness, like harmony, right? Which are I like creativity because I have a creative job, right? And harmony is my middle name. Just kidding, but it is my niece's name. But yeah, so I think this a tower is supposed to be like for projecting. So if you imagine like how I imagine it in my head is like energy beams, like light beams pushing out of the tower when you feed a thought into it. So been playing around with that for like the past 48 hours. So that happened, and I now have 2 rocks. So it looks like I'm on my way to become a collector. I'm in the middle of this book. I told you guys last week I started becoming a person of influence. I'm about halfway through. I'm 117 pages in. Um, yeah, a little bit more than halfway through. It's pretty good so far. If you can see my whiteboard, I've been taking hella notes, right? Some like principles that just need to be noted that I keep up every day, right? So been doing that, you know what I'm saying? Renewed my yoga client as well because I've been doing pretty well for them, you know, generating a whole lot of leads and their training program, which I'm gonna try to get her on an interview so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm just talking about this stuff. Like we only put I think 480, like let's say 500. We put $500 to ads and pretty much sold out her high ticket course. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And for the general studio, we're switching up strategies this month. So for the past 2 months, we've just been generating leads. So first name, last name, email, and pushing out offers that way. So we have seen a drastic rise in the inflow of customers, but it's not being directly tracked to the leads I'm generating or the ads that I'm running, right? When people come in and you ask how they found them, they say, oh yeah, I've been seeing your ads, right? But the direct tracking isn't there for technical purposes. So what we're gonna try to do is this month roll into, or exactly really what's going on right now, and I'll pull that up. But this month we're gonna roll into a more direct format so that they don't have to go off platform. Because how it works now is if I send you an ad and you submit me your first and last name and your email, then we get that on our end and then push out an email to you and get it popping from there, right? But instead, this month we're rolling into messenger campaigns. So basically, I push out an ad and you respond to the ad directly with Facebook Messenger, and then a conversation can be started immediately. There, you remove a couple steps, you remove a couple delays. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. Ads just launched yesterday, like last night, I believe. So need a few days. Whenever you launch a campaign, you need a few days to give it traction, right? Because for a few reasons. Number one, your ad spend just started. This is not immediate gratification. You need to put out the creative content with the hook, right? These are basics. And then with a budget behind it. So if you barely get to spend any money, that means you barely touched your audience size. So if you have an audience of 200,000 people, and you're only one day in, you maybe touched 500 to 1,000 people, right? That's not enough to show you whether something's working or not. So I like to leave it running for 3 to 5 days before I make a decision on whether I need to optimize it. Because what can happen a lot of times is the first day is slow. Like you're like, oh, this sucks. The second day is slow, right? The third day, it's all right, but nothing too worth your time. And then on the fourth or fifth day, it can just instantly skyrocket, right? So this actually happened with us last month, where the first month we were running lead gen ads and we're generating leads. They were cheap, right? And they were decent. I think it was like I think it was like $5 a lead. So yeah, it was like $5 a lead, and then we were like, okay, that's good. Let's keep pushing, keep this consistent, and keep growing the email list. But then on in like the second in the within the first week of ads relaunching in July, same audience, same creatives, same copy, literally nothing changed, just turned it back on. It started pumping out tens of leads a day for $2 a lead. And so like nothing changed, but sometimes you just have to give your audience time to warm up. You need to give your audience time to warm up, and you need to give your budget time to penetrate that audience, right? Because until then, you're just kind of, it's like, imagine your audience is 200,000 people in a stadium, right? And your ads are the people selling hot dogs and soda. So you have, let's say, 5 people selling hot dogs and soda to 200,000 people, right? They need time to, first of all, get a groove of handing off the items and collecting money and making that a smooth process. And they also need to work through the audience gradually. Those 5 people cannot instantaneously hit 200,000 people, right? They have to work through it, right? They're gonna have some batches, some sections of the stadium where people really don't buy that much. And then they're gonna have some sections of the stadium where they got a lot of families, or they're really hyped up and they're just buying everything, right? And so it has to work through that stadium. Your vendors, your ads have to work through that audience of people. And so that's why you want to kind of just leave it alone sometimes when you push out your ads. The lower your budget, the longer you want to leave it alone. But my standard go-to is like 3 to 5 days, see what's happening, see what's working, see what's not working, if anything's biting, and then I make optimizations. All right, so these started yesterday. So what you're seeing here, this one, I'm not showing you guys all of this stuff because it's like campaign names and the account information, right? But what you're seeing here is the campaign that did best last month with the classic lead generation. So I still have that running in the background because it's working, and as we're testing out something new, I want to have something that we already know works running in the background so that if the new thing fails, the old thing is still coming through, right? So as you can see, it's generated 5 leads and we're only getting it for $1.45 a lead, right? So this is happening because Facebook has already learned a lot about our audience, and so it can advertise to them cheaper because it's showing it to the right people out of that 200,000 person crowd, right? So what you're seeing here, this second row, this is the messaging campaign that we just started. So you see it's a bit high for the messaging, but then again, it's only been running for 1 day. So why you're seeing that it's kind of high is for a few reasons. This has only reached 600 people. It is a fresh campaign and it has a couple different ad sets. So it's a different audience than this one. So it's not like Facebook is just copying this audience from this campaign over into this campaign, right? We're using a few different audiences to test out some new interests in this campaign. So Facebook has to start from the bottom of the learning curve, which is why you see a higher price. And another thing too is even if we did copy over the audiences, we would still be starting from the low to middle of the learning curve because this campaign is optimizing for leads, right? Let me see if I can extend that for you. This campaign is operating for leads, right? First, last email. So that is registered for a certain type of response that you want from the audience, which requires a certain state of mind and a certain set of actions for Facebook to log as, yeah, they're likely to give this to you, right? It's basically a computer that's pushing out information to you, and you're using the data they're giving to you to get your campaigns running. So this one is messaging conversation started. It's a whole different behavior. And so even if you did use the same audience, you would still be starting slow because you have to get people to perform a different set of behaviors. So then we also launched, I actually forgot about this one. We also launched a traffic campaign running straight to their website. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we have limited media for this type of campaign, and we're just running it straight to it just so we can generate some more attention on this certain offer that they're offering. So as you can see, traffic is pretty cheap. It's a pretty cheap objective. So 28 cents per link click. Now we spend $50 to $100 on that. You can see the numbers. I can't really do the math in my head right now, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're generating leads, we're starting conversations, and we're generating link clicks, right? This is running traffic, people. So that's what I'm doing for my yoga client right now. I already told you what I was doing for my other client who's trying to start an e-commerce business, and just sourcing suppliers. I got another rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I got another rock. And you know what? I got back in the gym today because I kind of been slacking. I'm just trying to get back on my typical schedule because it's kind of been all over the place. And also another thing is, and I posted this on my Instagram, I'm going to do an experiment on something that I talked about in my last video, which you can watch here. And that is just people having like this stuck ass mindset. Like, oh, like I have money, why would I use it on this? And it's difficult to create products, it's difficult to make money. Like, I'm gonna challenge that in real time in the next few months, and I'm going to record the process so I can literally show you guys, and it's gonna benefit me in the end, right? But it's also gonna benefit the people who watch it. I'm literally gonna show you guys how you can go from literally zero money, right, to making at least a few $100s a month in consistent income. So and that's profit. So I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to do a little social experiment, if you will. So stay tuned for that. That compilation will probably be coming out in fall sometime, so September, October, November. But it's gonna be running in the background. So pretty much that's what I've been up to. Oh yeah, and I got some new jewels. If you haven't noticed, I don't really wear earrings a lot, and not because I don't like them, but every time I get earrings, I lose them, usually at parties or something. But I've never gotten these dangle ones or these hoops, cause like I never was really with it. I didn't understand the trend. I'm like, I don't know if I really like that. But I kept seeing it and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, let me just try it. So I went ahead and got it. And I really like this a lot, actually. Like, at first I was like, eh. But then after like 2 hours, I was looking in the mirror. I was like, oh, you sexy. Like, oh, what? You sexy. Definitely might be getting some more of these. It's a pretty dope vibe. I like it. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to, players and playettes. So I will catch you on the next video. You know what I'm saying? Peace out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It helps me out a lot. And you know what? You just have a beautiful, wonderful day today. All right? Love you.